Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Do My Makeup with me. Because again, today we're not watching paint dry, but welcome back to my channel. It feels good to be sitting in my chair. A lot has been going on for me, so I've not been in this chair and it feels good to finally be sitting down. Tonight, we're going to be doing another makeup review. So no painting, but painting will be coming soon. I am so excited because we're going to be reviewing the Glamlite Ghostface collection. Look how freaking big this box is. Sorry you can't see it because of all my lights. This is like twice the size of my head. This is really cool. I have looked through this. I have not used anything yet, so this will be a full face of first impressions. Similar to the ColourPop video. If you're into things like this, I did do a review on the ColourPop Stranger Things collection that is on my channel. You can go check it out. I'll be sure to link it down below if you would like to see that and what's in that, if it's worth your coin or not. And I just want to start this off by saying I'm not a professional. I am just a makeup lover. So these are my personal opinions. I'm just your normal everyday consumer. I like to buy makeup. I like to wear makeup. That's about it. My experience comes from me sitting in this chair and doing makeup on myself for the most part. So let's go ahead and crack this box open. This is a box I think I am going to keep, actually, because it's like really heavy duty. And it's cute. It'll be a good addition to my office. So when you open it, it immediately has this inside the newspaper clipping. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen a lot of the Scream movies. My sister, obsessed. One of her favorite horror series, so she would actually be very disappointed in me. Sorry, Amber, if you're watching. Everything is packaged very nicely first. Covered in bubble wrap, that's great. So let's take that out. I'll go ahead and take out everything that's in here. We'll go through it and we'll use it all. I'm gonna save that for later. Might be good for popping. Okay. You take off the bubble wrap. Right off the bat, it looks like this. The packaging is so cute. So let's start at the top and we'll work our way down. This is, now the box is broken because I have already opened this. I have not used it. So although it is not a first impression of looks, for me, it will be a first impression of wear. So this is the Ghostface Black Cherry Lip Duo. It looks like it is a lip scrub. The thrilling pair features a tantalizing black cherry mask and scrub that transports you back to the 90s movie marathons. Experience effortless exfoliation and hydration for the softest, most kissable lips. Okay, Glamlite. I've never used anything by Glamlite either, so this is an exciting evening for me. I'm also gonna say I've had this since Christmas, and similar to the ColourPop one, it's just been sitting in my office waiting for me to do a video on it before I can put it away. So if I put it away, I'm gonna forget, and opening the box is fun. So next in our box, let's take this out. This is the lip combo. So that was like a lip scrub and lip mask to get you prepped, or for bedtime. Might be good for overnight. This is a lip kit that comes with a dark brown lip liner, ghostly nude soft matte lipstick. Ghostly nude, eh? And a gunmetal glitter lip gloss. Ooh, perfectly designed to create the most hauntingly beautiful palette for all skin tones. Well, I'm pale as fuck, so let's hope it looks good. This is cute right off the bat. Sorry for the light glare, but, and then you just like do this. And it's so glittery inside. I don't know how well you can see that, but cute. Excited to try that. Next in our box, let's pull out this. This is the beauty sponge. And when I tell you, this is so freaking cute. You can never have too many either. Mine somehow always get holes in them or get ruined. It has Ghostface on it. How cute. Oh my God. Squishy. I'll be using that this evening. That is awesome. The packaging is like on point, and although I've never bought from Glamlite, this was a gift, not from them, from my mother. Shout out to Karen. Everything I've ever seen of Glamlite's online, like their packaging is on point. It's all always really good. Ooh, I pulled one more thing out of the box. This is Ghost Blood Lip Oil. Ooh, okay, that ought to be interesting to try. And then, I guess I should show you. pulling this out, wrapped in bubble wrap. Very thoughtful. Here we go. The Ghostface Glamlite eyeshadow palette. Nice. It's 15 shades. Like most, there's mattes, there's shimmers. I will warn you, some of these, like a lot of eyeshadow palettes, if you look close, they do have a star and it says some of them are not intended for use in eye area. I have seen that in other makeup products. I think it has something to do with what is in the pigments. Am I going to use it on my eyes? Yes. So do with that information what you will. This is an honest review of what I am seeing as I open the packaging. That's no shade to anybody. There's other brands like that who make pigments that they will put in the small print, not intended for eye use because it can cause an allergic reaction and things like that. But here is a preview of the shades. I think it's going to be super pretty. And last but certainly not least, oh baby. Okay, in this box, that shit's heavy duty. I will be keeping that. It will be displayed. There's the back of the box, just in case you wanted to know. This is a handheld mirror. So fucking cute. Okay, because it's got Ghostface and then it says it on the handle. Cute. On the front, there's your mirror with the like little drips on the front. The front of the handle says Glamlite. Cute! I don't have a handheld mirror either. I've got one attached to a stand, but that's not the same thing. So this is also something that I think I'll have to find a place to display it. I wish it had a little hook or like a little hole, and maybe I could just drill one in it. That might be wrong. That might be wrong to just go drilling into products that weren't made that way, but I think my husband would agree. I could just drill a hole in it and hang it up and it would be fine. But that would be nice to just have a way to hang it. That's my only complaint, but that's because I live in a space where I have to take advantage of all the vertical storage that I can. That's gonna come in handy though. I like it. All right, so let's get into it. I want to do a full face look this evening. We'll use everything that we have gotten in this collection. All right, so first things first, I think the first thing we need to do is crack open the lip scrub and the mask. And while the mask is marinating, maybe I'll use the lip oil too, because since this other thing is a full lip combo, I don't think I need a lip oil on top of a lipstick and what else comes in here? A lip gloss. I don't think I need a lip oil too, so we'll do the mask and the lip oil and the scrub together, and then we'll do this with the makeup look. First off, very cute. He's like in the cinema. That's the look of this. Nice. Oh, they did not skimp on the packaging at all because there he is again on the lid. How cute is that? This is cherry, black cherry. Let's go ahead and... Oh, suspense, right? Good, this is good. It's covered, it should be. Ooh, okay. Right off the bat, it's like that deep purple. It looks like a slushie. That is black cherry. You can kind of get a better view of it, I guess, on the little protector. That smells amazing. And yeah, like this is so cute. This is the lip mask. It's just like in a normal lip balm tubing. But the packaging, again, they're not skimping. So I really dig that. If you're gonna make a collection, I dig it, you know? And as cute as all this is, I'm one of those people where I have to remind myself, you don't need this box, throw it away. So if you're like me and you save packaging, you don't need this box, throw it away, because when are you gonna use it again? And if you have to save it, cut it up and put it in a scrapbook. That would be cute. I'm excited. My lips are like chapped, so I'm very excited to use this. I do love a good lip scrub. I use one probably like once a week, twice a week. I don't know how often you're supposed to use them, but I assume about the same amount people used to exfoliate their face. I guess that's not much of a thing anymore with like physical exfoliation, but I remember back in the day when, you know, that it was that St. Ives apricot scrub that you would buy from the store and exfoliate with. It was so fucking rough on your skin, but it was good. It made your skin feel nice. So I'm taking about this much from the lip scrub. I'm just putting it on dry lips. If you've never used lip scrub, if you have, you know what I'm doing. I know I'm making faces, but that was actually very nice. It was like soft. Not very rough. Not as rough as you would think it is because you can like see the sugar in it when you open it. It was pretty smooth. But listen, I know some people, they will lick the scrub. I can't do it. They will lick the scrub off their lips. Let me look and see if this one is. A lot of scrubs though are designed to be eaten. You can lick it off your lips when you're done, but like that just grosses me out. I don't think I would eat this. It's not Lush. You can't lick it when you're done. Maybe you can. I don't think I would, just looking at the box. I would not probably swallow that if I was you, but if you want to know for sure, I'm sure Glamlite will tell you on their website. But regardless of if you can eat it when you're done or not, I just can't, because I just think about all that like nasty, like dead skin you just scrubbed off your lips and then you're just gonna eat it with the scrub. Grosses me out. Anywho, that was nice. I loved the scent, the feel, pretty good. My lips are smooth, so I like it. Do you have to buy it? No. If you're a Ghostface fan, maybe. So we're gonna go in with the lip mask next. Again, this is just normal lip balm tubing. Oh, okay, so can you see it? When it comes out, it's like purple. Cute. Oh, this is nice. Oh, that's thick. I like it. I'm a lip product girly. I've got a mask or chapstick or something on my lips at all times. That is very nice. I guess it doesn't have much of a scent, which I'm not gonna complain about. That's totally fine because the lip scrub had enough of a scent. I do dig that they go together, that this is purple and it matches the scrub that's purple. So those are really nice. I do want to go ahead and just dig into the lip oil. I don't think that's wrong to just stack it all and then we'll wipe it off when we're doing the lip combo later. So this is their Blood Lip Oil. It says, slash dry, dull lips and prepare for the most hauntingly hydrated pout. Our Ghost Blood Lip Oil features a deep blood red shade that comes in a nourishing, never sticky, hydrating formula that keeps lips soft and supple all day. I will say this, also the mask, not sticky. It's thick and it's heavy. I feel it on my lips, but it feels good. Doesn't feel weird. But that is also coming from somebody who is a lip product lover. Keep that in mind. I like lip products to be thick. So when you crack it open, this is what you see. Oh, that's nice. So there it is. Packaging is very cute. Everything in here is cute. So we'll go ahead and just... Oh god, am I gonna spill it? Oh, okay, it's really similar. It's like that same purpley color. Oh, the applicator is nice and soft. I mean, in the packaging, like it does look pretty bloody. So I see why they call it blood lip oil. Let's put on a little more. Honestly though, like it feels pretty similar to the mask. They might be very similar, but I do like that if you want to go for a more natural lip look, both this and the mask, the color shows up. Yes, it's sheer because it's a mask and an oil, but it does have a little bit of color payoff, which is very nice. Are these the same? They don't quite feel the same. No, these have different ingredients, so they're not the same. They feel very similar, but this is a nice like plastic package, so I dig that. So far, so good. I'm loving the lip products in here. I think next, let's do eyeshadow. So I'm gonna get my hair clip back and we'll be right back. All right, as usual, anything else I use besides this Glamlite collection is going to be listed in the description box down below, just in case you're curious about anything else I use. If you have questions about other products I use, please make sure to let me know in the comments and I will be happy to make videos on it. So I think when I opened this the first time, I put it back in there backwards. I think through this window, you're supposed to actually be able to see the front of the palette and that's the back. So that's my bad, but we'll see what it looks like once I open it up. I love how everything is like chrome on the packaging too. That's super cute. Oh, I forgot. So it's like a, oh yeah, you see that? It's one of those. I don't remember what that's called, but so cute. Oh, so it's got the Ghostface and then Ghostface Returns. So cute. Okay, let's open it up. Oh, that clear packaging came out. Oh. Oh yeah, that looks nice. And then it says Ghostface Lives. Oh, I just realized that. And then it's got his face over here. So cute. Oh my god. This looks nice. All these colors look very vibrant too. I love that it's got the little mirror. Are you ready for like the most satisfying thing ever? I love this. Oh shit, if I can get it off the mirror, it will be the most satisfying thing ever. Wait, is that supposed to come off? I think it is. I think it is, right? It's just a clear protector. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, I don't know what it is, but that just is so satisfying. I think the first thing we gotta do is swatch all these. If I've learned anything from last time, it's that I somewhat know how to swatch now. So that's good, right? You can see that part of my arm. So in every row, I'm gonna go from when I'm looking at the palette, left to right, top to bottom. And that's how we'll look at all the colors together. All right, so we've got everything from the palette. Now this is from left to right when looking at the palette, top row to bottom row. And I will name you off the shades as we go. We've got Ghostface, Flesh, Haunted, Ghost Gray, Scary Movies and Chill is that brown one. Starting with the red, Ghostface Returns, Bloody, Dawn, Chilled Night is that dark red, Radio Silent is that deep brown, Black Robe is the gray, Corn Syrup is that first shimmer. The second shimmer surprised me because it looks more blue in the pan. It's called Final Girl. If you've watched the Final Girl series by Mikey, that's so good. If you haven't, go. You need to watch it. And then we've got Slasher and Spooked, which I guess Slasher is like a... They both look black, but maybe Slasher, this, not the last one, but this one, maybe that's like a purpley black? Not sure. But this shade, the Final Girl, the way it looks in the pan, I thought it was gonna be blue, but the way it showed up on the skin is like pink, because it is that one. So that was surprising. But here's all the colors and how they show up on the skin. They're really pretty. The shimmers are more on the sheer side, but I'm kind of into that because I feel like this palette is about the color and about how dark it is. Also, that white, that's pretty impressive. The white in the palette shows up like that. I feel like it's hard to get a white that shows up really good without dipping into it a lot of times. Okay, time to do an eyeshadow look. Okay, so I've been looking at this, trying to decide. I think I'm going red. I don't get to do a whole lot of just red eyeshadow looks, and I really liked the way those swatched, and there's two shimmers in there, so we're gonna go for it. Now, did I learn my lesson about washing my makeup brushes before doing a video? No, but I do have clean brushes, so we're gonna get an accurate tell of what these colors look like on the eye. I'm gonna start off with Scary Movies and Chill, which is this like brown shade. I just wanna throw that down as like my base and my transition. And if you, like me, are doing your eyeshadow before your foundation, you can kind of be as messy as you want and you can clean it up later. This is really pretty. Very nice warm toned brown. Actually, let's just zoom you in because can you see what I'm doing? Probably not, actually. Okay, how's that? That might be a little bit better. So I'm just taking this on my fluffiest brush that I picked, just going back and forth, windshield wiper motions, buffing it out. I'm just making sure there's no harsh line between my skin and the shadow. And if you gotta bring it all the way up to the eyebrow, that's what you gotta do. That's okay. I like how that's looking. So I guess I'm gonna start with this bright red. Will I regret that? I don't know. That one's called Ghostface Returns. I'll use a different fluffy brush. That way if I have to blend, I still have that brush and I don't have to put extra product on it. It'll just have whatever's left on it to blend. I'm just gonna start popping that in the same area as the transition shade. Because since this is lighter, I'm okay with fanning this out. This is actually a really nice brush. I don't use this brush often because it's honestly kind of big for eyeshadow. It's by Real Techniques, but it's nice and it's dense, so I appreciate that. And a little does go a long way if you are dipping into the bright colors in this palette. So I'm basically doing the same thing, and you might ask, why did I even lay down the brown at first? You could probably get away with not doing it, but but I like having the brown underneath because then I'm gonna go back in, same brush, no additional product, and you can just buff out the edges of that red, and it's gonna kind of blend into what's already there underneath. Does that make sense? Me personally, I always like starting with a base color and a transition color that is skin-like. Maybe I will take a little more brown. Not that you can't make it work with the red if you had like a pink, but this has browns in it, so that's what we're doing. I'm not doing anything crazy for eyeshadow. I just kind of want to let the palette live, let it do its thing. So let's put Ghostface Returns, that bright red shade, on my other eye. And you can start off by kind of like dabbing it where you want the color to go, but then you'll just do the same windshield wiper motions to blend it out. And I'm just going pretty much above my crease and all around my eye. I usually start out and work my way down to the darkest shade on my eyelid, so we'll do it like that. Okay, but this brush is really nice. If you're looking for good brushes, I do really like Real Techniques. They're cheap, they're dense, and they do the job. And again, like I said, I don't use this brush a lot for eyeshadow, but I think I'm gonna start because it covers a lot of surface area very quickly. So then I'll do the same thing on this side that I did on the last one. We'll take a little bit more brown. And I wanna buff out the edge of that red. Just kind of get rid of any harsh lines. And again, anything you mess up underneath your eye, you can clean up when we're done. So then I'm gonna take more like a packer brush that's got a cat hair on it. Any fellow cat owners out there? You know. You know that cat hair is just everywhere. And let's take that deep red, which is Chilled Night. And I want to pack that on. Oh, okay, you may not need a lot. I just took a little. I'm gonna put it on the outer third. Oh yeah, outer third of the eye. I'm gonna dab it on there first, and then we'll kind of work that into the crease. Blend it into the last shade we laid down, which is Ghostface Returns. While we're sitting here blending, since I know not a lot about the Ghostface movies, which one's your favorite? I know there's a lot of them. I'm not sure how many there are. My sister could probably tell anybody everything about all of them. She is such a big fan of Ghostface. She's a big fan of anything horror, really, but Ghostface specifically, that is her jam. So what's your favorite Ghostface movie? Why? I used to have nightmares about the Ghostface guy when I was a kid. This might be creepy, but it was like a repeated nightmare that I would have again and again and again. I had it multiple times, which don't know what that means, but it's probably not good. I had a dream when I was like probably 5, because we watched those movies, that Ghostface came into my house to kill me, but it wasn't my house I was in. Like in my dream, it was my house, but it was actually somebody else's house. So it was not my house in real life. And all of a sudden I was a third party observant watching him and me fight. So I'm watching myself look around the kitchen because I came downstairs. I'm like, oh God, what's that noise? And I look over and there's a full, you know how some people have like a full size cabinet, whether it's a pantry or they keep brooms in there or whatever. It was a full size cabinet and it's jiggling. The doors are wiggling. And I'm like, oh God, he's in there. I know he's in there. And then he pops out with a knife. And I'm like, oh no. And I'm watching myself fight him in my kitchen, in my house, in my dream, but it's not my house in real life. And then I watch him stab me in the heart and I die and I wake up. Why was I having that dream at 5? I don't know, but that could be why I haven't seen a lot of the Ghostface movies. I guess what I saw as a kid was enough for me. Anybody else get weird, like repetitive scary dreams like that? You know, honestly, I think I'm just gonna move into a halo eye. Usually I like to put the lighter color at the side, but I think with the colors of this palette, it needs a halo. So I'm also gonna take that dark shade, which is Chilled Night, and we're gonna start putting that on the inner corner also. And that is like a little easier because you just kind of start at the beginning of your eye. You can kind of work it up to blend into what you've built. And the goal is to leave that like middle part of your lid lighter and open. So let's pack that in. I don't do a lot of halo eyes, but like that, it feels right this evening. Do the same thing over here. Although I will say, like, going back to that whole dream thing, when I was a kid, like, we did watch Scary Movie. You know, my sister's always been into scary movies, so we would watch them. but I think my dream about Ghostface actually came from Scary Movie, maybe not the Ghostface movies, because I just remember all the time as a kid, even now, my dad being like, "What's up?" So that actually could have been where it came from. I don't know. But we did watch actual scary movies in my house too. Okay, I like where that's going. And I mean, I'm just taking the red and also blending it up. I dig that. I think it looks cute. And it's okay if you get fallout. We haven't primed our face, done foundation, anything. So I think next, I'm gonna use this shimmer. It's called Bloody. That one. I'll take it on a little flat brush. Oh yeah, we're gonna pop it in the middle. So when you do a halo eye, the outsides are dark, the inside is middle because you want the middle. Wait, hold on. When you're doing a halo eye, you want the dark, hold on. If I could speak, this would be easier. You want the outside to be dark. You want the middle part to be light because you want the middle part to pop out and the rest to kind of like sink in. I don't know, make sure eyes look rounder. I don't know. It's supposed to do something like that, you know? So I'm putting the shimmer on the middle of, oh, I guess I have a mirror right here I can be using instead of, it's fine. I forget about that all the time, but I'm putting that shimmer in the center of my eye. Oh, this is so pretty. I think we're gonna deepen it. This looks cute. I like what's going on, but I think we gotta make it even more different. Oh, baby. So this is what we're looking like so far. But I think what I want to do is I'll take like a little round brush. I want to add the teensiest bit of black. So again, I'm not really sure what the total difference is between this one and this one, but I'm going to take the lighter black. It might be more purpley, it might be more red toned. We're just gonna like just dab it on the outer corner and the inner corner. Oh shit, wrong black. You can mix them if you want. So I'm just dabbing it, and then I'm gonna take the brush I used the dark red for. No additional product. We're just gonna blend the black in to what we have going on. Oh yeah, I think that was a great idea. So let's do the same thing on the other side, just like the teensiest bit of black. And again, I am just dabbing it on the outer, in the inner parts of my eye. Like so. We're gonna take this brush that we used the dark red for, no additional product, and I'm just gonna kind of like go back and forth with it, you know, until it pretty well blended. That's the beauty of using different brushes for your colors. You can always go back and touch up, and you don't have to add more product onto your brush. You can literally take what's left on there and just blend out your harsh lines. So that's what I'm doing now. Kind of just trying to blend the top into my skin a little bit better. Okay, I like that. I'm not done. I think we have to. I'm adding Final Girl onto the very center of the eye. And I know in the pan, it looks blue. I was fooled. I'm gonna use the same flat brush, but the back side, and we'll take that and I'm gonna put it just in the very, very middle. Oh yeah. This one is beautiful, very sheer. If you like a very sparkly eye, don't be afraid to pack it on. You can get away with that with this color, but oh my god, yes. But it's very buildable, because see, I just went over that like 3 times, but oh, it's so pretty. I love that shade. That might be my favorite shade in the whole palette. And not just because I love the Final Girl series, because I love how reflective this is and how it changes color. We'll do the same thing over here. And then I'll probably go back in and add more of that red shimmer, Bloody, on both sides of that. We'll kind of blend it together. Oh yes, I'm loving this eye look. So I'm just going back in now and we're touching up everything I've done, going over it, blending it one more time. Right now, you don't need to worry about bottom eyeshadow unless your foundation's already done. Mine's not. I'm not worrying about bottom eyeshadow just yet.
Okay, this is a sleigh.
I really like the colors in here. I think it is very hard to find red shades that show up well and that are not patchy, streaky. These look pretty good. They were fairly easy to work with, really easy to blend out. So I like that. That's pretty impressive to me. Even though some of these like shimmers are sheer, I like that. You can't always find one that's like kind of sheer and iridescent. A lot of them are like bam in your face 2016, which I love. But sometimes for something like this, it's nice to switch it up. I think to blend that out further, that lightest color, I'm gonna take Final Girl just on my finger and we'll just add a little more. Cause like, can you really have too much? I don't know. Again, I said it's nice to have a sheer shade, and it is, but I do appreciate, I do appreciate that it's buildable. That's very nice. The eyeshadow's a slay. Straight up. No complaints. I will say the lip oil, the lip mask, still going strong. Let me zoom you out. Oh. Zoom you out a little bit. The lip combo, still going strong. It feels very nice on the lips. It's tingly. It feels good. I feel like it's getting in there and doing some work. To put on my foundation, I am going to use the Ghostface sponge. I did already get it wet. It doubled in size, which is what any beauty blender is supposed to do. But it just like, it does feel very nice. I don't use a sponge often anymore. I actually prefer to use a brush now, which is kind of weird, but I'm gonna use this for foundation today and we'll see how that works. Let me get primed. I'll be right back and we'll do foundation. Come closer for this part. So I've got some of my foundation on the back of my hand. Don't come for me. I'm pretty sure this shade is too dark, but I need to go shopping. So the point of this is to test out the sponge. How does the sponge blend? So like the Ghostface side feels different. So I'm curious to know if that will affect anything. Let's blend with that side first, actually. So I put a little bit of foundation from the back of my hand on the Ghostface. And let's just start going to town how I normally would. It's hard because, like, I'm very pale. Obviously, you can see that. Side note, I don't think the Ghostface is interrupting how the sponge is blending. I used it. It's good. I do think I would prefer to use the backside just in case, but I don't see anything. So back to what we were talking about. I am very pale. So a lot of times it is hard for me to find a color that is light enough. And when I do get a tan, it is like the slightest tan. So I buy like 2 shades darker and it is still light as can be. Oh yeah, okay. So this is pretty much like a standard beauty sponge in my opinion. To look up close, it does blend really well. So I mean, if you are like a lover, a big fan of Ghostface, maybe this is something you want to buy for your collection. It's not anything you would necessarily have to have, but I do think it works like really well. You know, sometimes you buy a beauty sponge and you're like, oh, this isn't it. I have some like that where I don't know if it's just like the sponge itself and the texture, but it never looks right when I'm using it to blend on my skin. I gotta say, after using a brush for a long time, I do like this and miss the way I used to do this with a sponge. This nose piercing is new, so I've got to be gentle around it. I say new, it's like a month old, so it's still just a baby. I am purposely not covering that area because I'm not supposed to be getting makeup into my piercing. Now this foundation might be a little too dark for me, but if it is, drag it down the neck. It'll be fine. And to be honest, only one that's seeing me tonight is my husband and my cats, so who gives a fuck? Okay, I kind of miss doing my makeup with a sponge. That's beautiful. I stopped because I didn't like it, but maybe my sponge just wasn't clean enough. I do my best to clean them, but like, you know. So anyway, if that foundation's too dark, we can just ignore that. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll use it for concealer too. Usually I do my concealer after I do cream contour, cream blush. I'm gonna do the concealer first because I'd like to blend it out with the beauty blender and see how that works. I wanna use brushes for my cream blush, cream contour because I don't wanna get that like totally caked up in a bunch of stuff. Then I won't be able to use it again. So taking a little bit of concealer, I'm just gonna put it right under here. Now I don't use like a shit ton, but that's because I have lines under my eyes. They are faint, they are small, but they are there, and the concealer does crease in them. I'm learning though. There's another creator who I've watched, and I'm learning watching his videos how you're supposed to do it if you have under eye lines. I think his name is Adi. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Watch him on TikTok. He is amazing. Amazing, amazing with makeup tips, anything you could really need to know. So to get in there, like any other beauty sponge, I'm just pinching this and making it smaller. What am I doing leaning in? I got a mirror I can be using. Anyway, just pinch it, get in there and dab it. Maybe I need to go back to using a sponge. Like, my foundation looks better than it has in a long time. And I like using a brush. I think it makes my makeup look good.
Hello?
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 Alright, so I'm gonna let this concealer sit.
Come get your dinner.
Okay. I'm gonna let this concealer sit, do what I need to do. I'm gonna do the rest of my base off camera and then I'll be back and we'll finish everything with lips and that's gonna be it. All right, so my base is done. I'm gonna go in and start doing some eyeshadow under the eye to kind of draw it together. I'm gonna take the tiniest brush I did. It still has black on it and I'm gonna start doing that on the outer third and the inner third of my eye. So we'll replicate what we did on the lid but underneath, just not nearly as far smoked out. You'll see what I'm doing. So I'm not putting any additional shadow on the brush. I'm just gonna, cause you see, I still had eyeshadow on that. And then we'll do the same thing on the inner corner. Something like that. I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye before I move on. Okay, so we basically just got black underneath. I want to use this brush because it's little and I have no aim with a big fluffy brush under my eye. We'll take this same packer brush. I'm going to dip it in that dark red, which is Chilled Night, and we're just going to go over the black areas under the eye and just kind of smoke it out a bit further. Make sure you connect it to your top eyeshadow. That's what's going to make the whole thing cohesive. I'm going to take that same flat brush I used earlier. We're going to go in with Final Girl for the middle of under the eye, similar to how we did the lid. I think I don't have to put the red shimmer underneath. So let's see how that looks. Because of the angle of the flat brush, some of that red shimmer is going to mix into it anyway, so it's totally fine. Not bad. It did kind of all blend together, but that's okay. If you wanted to be really precise, you could do this on clean brushes that you have if you really want your under eye to be precise. I don't care that much. I just want it to go together. It's time for me to do some finishing touches and then we'll come back for the lip combo and then we'll be done. That's much better. All right, the face, fully done. And I gotta say, this is like the best my skin has looked in a while, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the skincare I've been using, if that had to do with me using a beauty sponge for the first time in forever, because I've been using a brush and I'm gonna be honest, I don't wash my brushes nearly as much as I should, so maybe that could be having an effect in the way the makeup shows up on my skin. But like, do you see that? My skin is skinning. And it looks really good. Like, even when I look in the mirror close up, I dermaplaned my face at home. Should you do that? Ask a professional. But I do that at home. I really can't even, you probably can see, but I can't really even see the hairs on my face as well as I would be able to had I used a brush. So I don't know if it is this sponge. I don't know if it's using a beauty sponge in general because I don't normally use one anymore. But the skin looks good. I'm really pleased with how this makeup turned out. So now, time to get into the lip kit. So again, this has a liner, a lipstick, and a lip gloss. So you just slide that out of there. Ooh, and the whole thing is like all glittery. So I think first we'll do the lip liner. I think that's what you do first. They did not skimp because he's even on the lip liner. Like what? And this lip liner, I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, okay, it like looks black. I think on the box it says it's brown. Yes, intensely dark brown lip liner. We'll see how this looks on my lips, but it went on really smooth. That was a nice application, so I guess I should use my mirror, am I right? We'll put that on. Okay, so there's the lip liner. It went on really smooth. I guess that is a dark brown. It almost looks like it's got like a purple reflect in the light. Hard to tell though. I'm just gonna leave that as is. And then next we're gonna do the lipstick. So that is here. Oh my god. I'm telling you, they did not skimp on this packaging. So there's the front. And then he's on the back. They did not skimp. Oh, and then it's got the knife on the lid. There was a lot of detail that went into this. Okay, so the lipstick itself almost... I mean, it does say on the packaging a ghostly nude. Yeah, ghostly nude soft matte lipstick. That's pretty nude if you ask me. Very like tan with a slight pinky tone. We'll see how this looks. Okay, not bad. Actually not bad. Okay, not bad. I was worried it was gonna give like concealer lips, but that actually doesn't. So I want to blend that out with a brush. I'm gonna take a little lip brush and then we're gonna just like blend that out. Just because I felt like it was kind of a harsh line between the liner and the lipstick. There still might be, but whatever. And then last but certainly not least, going in with the lip gloss. So we'll take that out of there. Same thing. It says Glamlite. You flip it around. Ghostface. That looks beautiful. So glittery. The back of the box does say it is a gunmetal glitter lip gloss. So we're just gonna top it all off with that. Oh, okay. First thing when it comes out of the container, do you see how glittery that is? Okay. That dark one is the liner again, and this light is the gloss. It kind of has that purpley undertone, like similar to the mask in the oil. Not bad. This is cute. Not bad. Very cute. Cuter than I thought. I don't think it's totally giving concealer lips. The liner kind of helps with that. So that's good. And here is the final look. That concludes everything in the Ghost box. In the Ghost box. That includes everything in the Ghostface Glamlite makeup collection. I'm actually very pleased with everything. I think this is really good. Let's see how much it is. Okay, so if you go on Glamlite's website, you'll still find some of the Ghostface collection. I guess what I have is the PR box full collection, which includes the eyeshadow palette, the lip kit. I guess the newer ones have a diamond lip gloss. Mine says it's a gunmetal lip gloss, so interesting. The sponge, the mirror, the lip oil, and then the lip care duo with the scrub and the mask. That retails for $125. It looks like they were having a sale for it for $100, but they are sold out. And I believe that is the only one that comes with the big box, but let me look. You can buy the full collection if you don't want the box, and they still have that for $95. It looks like just the box itself that it came in is sold out. Oh, how cute. Okay, they do have a Ghostface bag that is sold separate. Anyway, if you are a Scream fan, a Ghostface fan, I do think this is a cool makeup collection to add to your kit if you are into this kind of thing. I think what you get is actually pretty worth the value. I mean, you gotta think, you get an eyeshadow palette with 15 shades, a full lip trio. It's basically like 2 lip trios because you have a scrub, a mask, and oil, and then you've got a liner, a lipstick, a gloss. So 6 lip products, an eyeshadow palette, a beauty sponge, and a handheld mirror, and the box for $100 when it's on sale. You might even be able to find that on TikTok Shop for cheaper. To be honest, I feel like any makeup company I buy from is always running TikTok Shop deals. So overall, I think this is great. If I had to buy one thing from this collection, that's kind of a tough choice. I don't know what I would buy. If I had to have one thing, I would probably get this mirror because that's badass. And if I had a bunch of handheld mirrors, maybe I wouldn't be so excited about this, but I'm stoked. This looks cool. I think the lip combo, excellent. I have no complaints. Again, I was very worried it was going to give concealer lips. It kind of gives a little bit darker than that, which I appreciate, while also still being kind of nude, kind of glittery glossy. Overall, I don't really think I have any complaints. This is really nice. Like, all the shadows were good. The sponge was good. Lip products were good. That box is cool. I'm keeping that box. But overall, I think this collection is a 10 out of 10. I will be repeatedly reusing all of these things. I think it was a hit, especially for the price, everything you get. I think it's a pretty good deal. Definitely not a must-have, nothing crazy. Unless you're a big Ghostface fan, then this might be some really cool stuff to add to your collection. But this is the final look. This is how everything turned out. I'm obsessed. The eyeshadow, that lightest shade, so pretty. Lip combo, great. I think the makeup turned out really good. If you like makeup videos like this, make sure you come back because there will be more like it. If you like body painting, special effects makeup, I also do some of that, so make sure you come back for the next one. If you enjoyed the Ghostface Glamlite collection, leave in the comments down below what was your favorite thing that you saw come out of there. What's something that you might like to buy if you're into this kind of thing. Don't forget to subscribe. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!